Hello, dear friends. Today we are going to read about one of the most intelligent person of the world, and the name of that person is Albert Einstein. So, in this video, we are going to see different stages of Albert Einstein's life. So, let us start the video. First of all, we will talk about Albert Einstein's birth date. Albert Einstein was born on 14 March 1879. If I talk about the place where he was born, then he was born in a city of Ulm, which is situated in Germany. Let us talk about family of Albert Einstein. If we talk about his father, the name of his father was Hermann Einstein, and the name of his mother was Pauline Einstein. If we talk about children of Einstein, Einstein was having three children. First was Hans Albert Einstein, and the second one was Edward Einstein, and the third one is a girl, that is Lizelle Einstein. Einstein did not know what to do with other children and his playmates. So everyone used to call him Brother Boring. He was not a normal child. He did not used to play with other children. And something special was there in Einstein. What he liked, he loved mechanical toys very much. Looking at his newborn sister Maja, he said to have asked to his parents, she's very much fine, but where are her wheels? It means Einstein thought that my newborn sister is also a toy. So why this toy is not having the wheels? Till the age of 4, he didn't spoke anything. Her mother was very much worried why my child is not speaking anything. But one day when they were having dinner, Einstein said that the soup is very, very hot. Oh my God. Parents, mother and everyone, they were very much relaxed. They asked, if you could speak, why don't you speak till now? What was the reason? Then Einstein replied, because till now I didn't find any necessity to speak. So Einstein was such a genius in the childhood also that he didn't speak anything when he is or it is not required. Einstein began learning to play the violin at the age of 6 because his mother wanted him to. Afterwards, he became a gifted amateur violinist, maintaining this skill throughout his life. Because his mother wanted that he should play violin, so he started playing at the age of 6 and he continued it till the end of his life. And he became a good violinist. He was not a perfect musician, but he became a good violinist. When he went to school, he was quite dull student. Often his classmates laughed at him for giving no answers. Finally, he decided to ask his teacher, how can I increase my IQ level? And his teacher replied, practice makes everything better and even perfect. From that day, he decided that I will do great practice and started hard work, and his life changed totally. After completing his studies, he went to college, and because of his result, there was so many discussions for him to let him in university or not, because he was failed in all the subject except maths and physics. But finally, he was admitted into the college as he scored the highest marks in maths and physics in the history of the college. So because of these two subjects, he was given admission in the university. He completed his studies in 1900 at the age of 21. After searching a lot, he finally got a job in 1902, and here only he developed his ideas and gave special theory of relativity, and because of this special theory of relativity, he is world famous. And if we talk about this theory of relativity, it is E is equal to mc square, and this formula or this special theory of relativity has made a great change in the world. He gave general theory of relativity in 1915, which was proven accurate in 1919 due to a solar eclipse. His work was called a scientific revolution, and he was awarded Nobel Prize for Physics in 1922. Later, he was showered with many awards and invitations. Because of these inventions, these theories, he became world famous, and he got all kind of great awards in the world. Once when he was traveling in the train, he was asked for the ticket by the ticket collector. He started searching everywhere. By seeing him like that, TT relaxed him by saying that, "Sir, I know you very well. Definitely I know that you are having the ticket, so don't worry." But the ticket collector went from there. Then only he was searching the ticket, and ticket collector came back and said to him, "Sir, I know you very well. No need to search the ticket. You can just relax." Then Einstein replied to him, "If I don't get my ticket, how would I know where I am going?" It means you can think about the mind of Einstein. Sometime he was just like a normal person. He forgot so many things. Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it because mother thought that they both are just like bookworms and they will not make a good pair. But the pair finally married in January 1903, and they had two sons. But a few years later, the marriage faltered. They could not live with each other. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1919, and Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. And this incident brought so many changes in his life. Once, when of his colleague asked for his phone number, Einstein started searching in his diary for his phone number. The colleague said, "Don't you remember your phone number?" Then Einstein replied, "Anything that I can easily get on searching, I don't think it is required to remember." It means he didn't remember any kind of things or any kind of facts which we can find anywhere very, very easily. In Germany, when Hitler came to power, Einstein came to USA. He joined a university there for some research. The official said, "Sir, any expensive things that you require will be given to you. And now please tell us your requirements so that we can give you all the things." But Einstein replied, "What?" That was really very surprising. Einstein said, "Please get me a bunch of papers, a pen, a pencil, blackboard, and a huge basket, so that whenever I make mistakes, I could throw it in basket Otherwise, the room will be full of papers, as I am habitual of doing a lot of mistakes. It means whenever he is studying or whenever he is doing some kind of calculations, he will make so many mistakes. And we are very much afraid when we are making some kind of mistake. So never be afraid of your mistakes. He had many people out of his house asking him for his autograph. So one day he told people, I'm not Einstein, but fortunately look like him. I just look like Einstein. I'm not Einstein. So no need to rush behind me. Just go and find out or search real Einstein and you can take his autobiography or his autograph. Einstein used to charge fees on giving his autograph and later donate it to charity. He was a very, very nice man from art also. At the request of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American President Franklin D. Roosevelt on 2nd August 1939 in which he warned a single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. It means he was warning to American president that these people are going to prepare atomic bomb. He was telling about other superpowers. He warned American president about this, and this letter had a great effect. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in a secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. This time he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. In it, he proposed the formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. It means he actually warned American president about other superpowers who were making atomic bomb. But he did not say like this that you drop any atomic bomb on Japanese cities. But what to do? Nothing can be done. Over the next decades, Einstein got ever more involved in politics, agitating or requesting for an end to the arms buildup, using his popularity to campaign for peace and democracy of all world. So he is greatly remembered as world citizen also because he cared about whole world. When Einstein died on 18 April 1955, a doctor took out his brain and conducted many experiments with it, but he didn't find any extraordinary. Later, something else happened. What? With the permission of Einstein's son, his brain was divided and sent into 20 different laboratories, and all found that Einstein had more neurons in his brain than an ordinary person.